couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons.
Hey there, LickNRiffers, how are you doing? Welcome to another full fingerstyle arrangement lesson right here on LickNRiff. In this video, we're going to learn a sweet arrangement I made especially for you guys and girls of Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. First, I'm going to play it for you so you can see and hear how it goes, and then we're going to break it down together, lick by lick, note by note, chord by chord with tabs right here on the screen. But first, you have to hear how it goes, so enjoy. It goes like this. Okay, so we're going to break it down into 5 edible parts: the intro, the outro, the verse, the chorus, and the solo. And we're going to start with the intro. Each part is pretty short, pretty sweet, nothing too complicated. And put the D chord on, and let's start. You put the D chord on, as I just said, and you play strings 4, 2, 3. And then after you did that, you take the 4th finger off of the 3rd string and you play the open 3rd string. So you get this. Okay, the first half of the first lick. Then you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string, and along with that you put the 4th finger down on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string again. And you play strings 1 and then 3. Okay, on 3 and then 2. And then you take the pinky off of the E string and you play the same set of strings, strings 1 and 3. So you get 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay? And that's the second half of the lick. So, again, take the finger off, put the pinky on, put the 4th finger back, and then take the pinky off. That's it. That's the first lick. You play it twice. You kind of play the same lick, but with a different bass note. So keep the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, okay, a D note, and put your 2nd finger on 3 on the 5th string. Now you get a C add 9 chord. And you play this. You play strings 5 and 2. And then, using your 1st finger, your free 4th finger, you play 2, 0 on the 3rd string again. So you kind of get the same lick, but with a different bass note. Then, using your pinky and then the 1st finger, you play the 3, 2 on the E string with the open 3rd string in between. Okay, got it? 3 on the E string, open 3rd string, 2 on the E string, open 3rd string. Okay, it's the same lick. So, okay, but with a C add 9 harmony instead of a D harmony. That's it. Then, you take the 2nd finger from the 5th string to the 6th string for a G bass note, and you do exactly the same thing. The only difference being that you're playing the 6th string for a G bass note instead of C. So you get D, C add 9, and G with the same lick. And then you play the D lick again. Each lick twice. So D. Keep the 3rd finger on the 2nd string and play C add 9. Take the 2nd finger to the 6th string on 3 and play the same thing. And then D again. And then we start the verse. So for the verse, we need to play 5 on the E string. So we turn this into D5. So it's 5, 3, 2 on strings 1, 2, and 3. With the open D string, of course. Okay. And you play 5, 5, 5 on the E string. You can play the whole chord. Then you have 3, 2 on the E string. Then you put the D chord on and you play it with 3 on the E string using your pinky. And then you slide it from 3 to 5. And then you put D back on and you play strings 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And you get this. Chord again. Okay? And then another D5 but without the high A note. And then you have this. Okay? So using your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers without the 4th finger, you put 3, 3, and 3 on strings 1, 2, and 5. And you play everything. And then using your 4th finger, you play 2 on the E string, 3 on the 2nd string, it's already on. And then you do it again. 3, 2 on the E string, 3 on the 2nd string. So, and then again, it's 3, 3 slide to 5, 3, or just 3, 5, 3, using your pinky, and when you're back to 3, play the C add 9 again. So it's, okay, just to mask the fact that you let the chord go. Because if you do, then there's no harmony. Suddenly the guitar is silent. So, and then 3 on the 2nd string if you want to connect the licks, and then you do the same thing, kind of the same thing with G, but 3 times. So again, same lick as the C add 9 lick, but with G. Okay, again, same thing, but 3 times instead of twice. And then 3, 5 on the E string using your pinky, and then back to D, and you play 3, 2. Okay? With D. And that's the verse, actually, and you play it twice. And after you finish the verse line, you can play the D lick of the intro, like this. I start by, after playing 3, 2, I play strings 2 and then 3, and then I play the second half of the intro lick. Okay? You can also do this. Okay, and immediately play 2, 0 on the 3rd string. Up to you. You don't have to do this, you can just keep playing D, but I think it's a nice touch. Then, let's just repeat the verse, okay, D5. Okay, this is the melody, okay, without the chords. And then C. And then G, same lick 3 times. Then D. And then you repeat the verse, you play the verse twice. Now we're at the chorus. The chorus is, it starts with A, and you bar for A. You bar the 2nd fret up to the 4th string, and you put your pinky on 5 on the E string, so you get this. And you play strings 1, 2, 3, and 5. Then 3, 2 on the E string, and then this. C add 9 again, okay? Same fingering as in the verse, so you get. And then you have two different endings for this. The first ending is this. Okay, it's 3, 3, 5 on the E string, okay, after C add 9. And then D with 3, 2 on the E string. And then of course you can play the intro lick as a connector. And then you play this again, A, C, and then the second ending, which is this. It's C add 9, but this time without anything on the E string, okay, like the intro position. And you play 3 on the second string, and then you play the open E string with the C bass, or with the whole chord. And then 2 on the E string, and then D with the open E string. You play it along with the bass, and then 3 on the second string. So that's the second ending. And then of course you can play the intro lick if you like. But let's repeat it. So A, C, 3, 3, 5, D. A again, C, and then the open E string, and then 3 on the second string. I think I forgot to mention that, no, I didn't forget to mention because it's the same thing. Sorry, I thought I forgot to mention that on C you always land on this, okay, even the second time. Okay, it's A, C, that's the first lick, just to make sure. Now we have the solo. The solo is pretty simple. It's probably the simplest part of the whole arrangement. It's this twice. It's 5, 3, 2 on the E string, and along with 3, you play the D string. You play it twice. Then you play 5, 3, and when you play 3, you play the C bass, and then the open E string, and you play it twice. And you can harmonize with the third string if you like, okay, for a fuller sound. Okay, but in the original song, the whole arrangement kind of tones down, so I like to keep it bass notes only. And then it's the G bass, and you have 5, 3, and then 3 on the second string, so it's. And then you have a pentatonic lick, 0, 3 on the second string, 0, 3 on the E string, and then 5, 3 on the E string. You can play the bass again, okay, or the whole chord, and then D. That's the whole solo. I told you it's a sweet, short arrangement, nothing too complicated. So D, C, G, D. Now you can play the whole song again, or just go for the outro, which is the "Where do we go now? Where do we go now?" part, and it's this. Same lick, 3 times. With different bass notes, E, G, and A. The lick is open E string, 3, 0 on the second string, 2, 0 on the third. Okay, and you play it once with the E string, the E bass string, then with the G bass, and then with the A bass. Now, when you play E and G, you can play the whole E minor chord. Okay, strings 1, 2, 3, and 6, and then you can do the same thing with G, and you kind of get a G6 at the beginning there. But it doesn't matter. But for A, that's a different story, so just play the bass. Because if you play everything, that's kind of a very complicated chord, actually. It's open strings, but it's A7 add 9. And that's not the harmony in the song. It's supposed to be just A, so it's just the bass note there. So if you want to play the chords and not just the bass notes, just do it with E minor and G. Just play strings 1, 2, and 3, but with A, play the bass note alone. So again, E, G, A, and then C and D. Now this I kept open. You can do whatever you like here. You can play C and then take it up 2 frets for a D add 9, or C5, D5, or just breaking the chords down, or just coming up with a fingering pattern. Everything here works, so I don't want to, you know, just confine you into what I want to play. Just try it out, try different C's and D's and see what you like. And then the ending is also open. You can finish on E minor, or you can go back to the intro and play this. So that's basically it. That's the arrangement for Sweet Child of Mine. So before you go, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've got a ton of lessons for you to learn for free. Everything is for free, including the tabs. Go download the tabs. The link is right below in the description. And the tabs are for free. Everything is for free, of course. And all I am asking in return is for you to share the lessons, tell people about LickNRiff, and if you want to give something back, there's a large blue donation button right above the tabs. You can't really miss it. And everything goes right back into making the arrangements, making the lessons, and helping you get better with your guitar playing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now. Enjoy.